everyone, and welcome to Nail Talk with G, number 11. It's been 11 already, so that's kind of awesome. Khabeer, of course you know Khabeer, and today
Yes.
Sarah's joining us because we just missed her so much, and I just like, she said something on Facebook, I was like, come over and join. I said, we're all hanging out on Saturday morning. Thank you so much, both of you, to share this incredible weekend, precious day with us. So we're going to talk about the Blogger Collection 3.0 and also catch up with what Sarah's been up to. And but first, I want to celebrate the equal marriage that was passed.
Yay!
I mean,
It's about time.
About time.
I was making fun of this whole situation because timing is so awful. Because I know there are people out there like did this whole protesting for gay pride tomorrow, and then like the bills passed. Like they're like, what am I gonna do now? You know?
Right.
Yeah, and there's like nothing to complain about now, you people. So you guys gonna be like, what?
So this is a big celebration now.
What?
And this couldn't have came at the most like celebration-filled month. Not only is it, Pride, it's my birthday, this decision already came about, and then, so this is just, June is just one big celebration for me.
Happy belated birthday. Do we know? Did we pass it already or no?
He's
I can't
finally
hear you.
29.
He's what?
Finally 29. The same age as
Yes.
except for I've been 29 for
He's
like
not.
13 years.
I never.
Hold on, guys, give me one second.
I am just. What's up, Khabeer? You can hear us?
Hold on, I'm like, y'all are like breaking up. I think it's my end though. Hold on.
Okay. Meanwhile, so Sarah, let's pick up where can you hear me?
Yes.
And Khabeer, you okay?
Hold on.
Okay, so just
Y'all hear me?
whenever you're connected. So Sarah, I mean,
I'm back.
I don't know, we've been going through this total like rebel journey together for a really long time. I remember I think you appeared in front of my life like on Facebook, during Surf Up collection. I don't even know how long that was ago, but you were in like law school. You were dating your now husband. You got married. You had a baby. I mean, that's like a lot of life things.
A lot of them.
And then you were the winner of the Fan Collection 2.0, and she is the creator of Coquette, which is like the most beautiful thing. So in celebration of that, the Fan Collection 3.0 is coming soon.
Which I'm really excited about.
It's going to be kind of crazy awesome. Most of the colors approved. I think I'm just waiting for the pre-batch, color match. And because I've been rejecting for so long, for so many submissions, that I think they actually finally got them. So it's really exciting. But so how surprised were you guys when you heard that we were doing the Blogger Collection 3.0?
I was blown away. I was totally
Shocked.
I was like, what? Here it comes, another one? Because I love seeing what the bloggers come up with. I mean, I love the fans are always dreamy, but the bloggers, they have such specific ideas about textures and what they're trying to conceptualize, and they see so much nail polish all the time that their collections have been mind-blowing, and this is no exception. I was staring at Khabeer's nails because he has makeup withdrawal on, and that color is everything. I'm one of your purple people, so yeah, love it.
That was a hard color to mix. I mean, she really wanted like gold flakes, and it was like, I mean, think about like every collection that I do with like whether it's Fan Collection or like the Blogger Collection, it's always like, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's like, ooh, let's like put everything in a pot, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
But it's nice to just have like when I got that base, I was like, Mimi's way too good to fuck it up. Like, I mean, I don't want to like mess with this. Like, just take a look at it. And she was like, oh my God, you're right. But like, we need something else. And I was like, okay, like let me figure this out. And I put like fuchsia, like overtone shimmer, and it was like glorious, right? Like, don't you think, Khabeer, is that your favorite color from the collection?
I never pick favorites, and I don't like. I can never pick a favorite. They're always all my favorite because I love color and I just love them all. But I would say if I or it'd be between um, makeup withdrawal and morning light.
Morning Light is really beautiful. I mean, Yuki, I felt really like kind of honored as she wants to do her dad's painting, and I thought it was very touching for me. But also, I think that's a really beautiful color. What's your favorite from the collection, Sarah?
I think a Morning Light I can see wearing absolutely all the time. And I'm still going, because I ordered a little bit late in the pre-order because, you know, work got in the way. So I haven't actually gotten them yet. But seeing the pictures of, and Khabeer shared a couple pictures with me earlier this week, or when he first put on Makeup Withdrawal, and just the pinks that you can see, and like I can see myself wearing that all the time. And what I love about, I mean, you do it with a lot of your collections, but especially this collection coming out in summer, there's some really unexpected for summer shades in there. There's neutrals, there's bright, but they're so interesting. You can get a purple that's just, you know, it's a pretty purple, but it's not like that Makeup Withdrawal. It looks different, and even in the light that he's in now, how deep and rich it looks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably say at this point, not having put them all on yet, Makeup Withdrawal and Morning Light are gonna be tied for me.
But I will say this: when I opened the box to peachypolish.com, my reaction to this was instant love. Something about this one.
Oh, is that that's the burgundy?
Yeah, this is like the berry burgundy one that my reaction to that polish, I would never forget. It was just love at first sight. So like that's why I can't pick a favorite, because my reaction to this one was so strong.
And I think I have great ideas, and then I look at Pam's blog when she does her comparisons, and I'm just like, wow, I don't know, I can't decide, because she captures it all, and when she puts them next to the existing colors and you can see darker, lighter, brighter, it's not that I ever don't order them all, but she makes you need every single one.
Always.
You ever actually not order all of them?
I don't think I ever have. I don't care.
It's really interesting that you brought up about the summer collection, like why, like it's interesting. Because for me, I don't really think about like summer. I don't even know when it's going to come out. You know, like we were doing this for 1 year actually. Like we started working like a year ago. So it's sort of like you kind of work kind of backwards a little bit. And I try to do, for me, like why can't you wear peachypolish.com in the summer? Because it's a very elegant, lush color. It's just so. I've read a couple of comments like, oh, it'll be perfect for fall. But I'm like, don't wait till the fall. I mean, be now.
Perfect for when you want to wear it.
Right. First of all, I never follow those fall, summer, winter polish rules. If I have a color that I want to wear, I'm going to wear it. So I don't care.
No, I agree with that. It's just the industry seems so conditioned that, okay, our spring collection is going to be pastels. We're going to do brights for summer. We're going to do, you know, your fall, warm oranges and browns, and then winter, look, jewel tones. It's boring.
Yeah, kind of. Like for me anyway. I mean, that would just take the fun out of like what my mood boarding is. And so what I love the Manicurator color too. I think that's a really perfect like aqua, you know.
That is pretty.
Yeah. This is actually the color that I'm going to do next. Like I'm going to do this because I have a pool party thing to go to. So this will be on my nails at the pool.
It's just such a nice compliment to that range that you have with RBL too, with the blues and the turquoise, and that is brighter, not as dusty. I mean, it's like when you develop a color range, you have all your tones, your highlights, everything, the shades. It's like a very own color wheel within each color category. That's why I love looking at all my polishes lined out.
So I'm really curious, Khabeer, what did you think about Lakeisha? Because that's like the color that I'm most proud of, because I feel like we solved the puzzle.
And this is for refined and polish, right? This is this beautiful one, right? So not only am I really excited about this, but when I opened the box, I was like, what is this? Like, what is that? Like, do you see that?
Yeah, but do you see what it's doing right now? That's what
Yeah.
I wish the swatches the bloggers could show, because that's stunning.
Yes. And like this made me so excited. Like these two colors combined, coral and turquoise, is perfect. And not only is the base color so pretty, you know I love corals and I love anything like that, but this color blew me away. And you and Lakeisha, I know it was hard for you to get that color, for you to get that perfect. Like, but it's good. It's really good.
Well, I mean, it was really funny because Lakeisha was like, I always give people, like, look, if you don't like it, because bloggers, I think, they have a really, really high pressure than the fan collection because they have their blog, they have their readers, they don't want to be like, oh, you made this? You know what I mean? Like, that's it, that kind of thing. And Lakeisha was like, I don't know if this is what I want. And I'm like, well, actually, there's no color out there that's coral and turquoise reflective glitter. It's not even glitter, it's like together, that's like isolated. So
Hmm.
just the sheer fact that we could do that, and its color stunning, but when I mixed it, I was able to isolate it and not lose rich coralness. And coral is like crowley, so it's like it applies like amazing. So like every single thing about that was like labor of love because I really took it as a challenge because people want, this is like everyone's request for a really long time, coral and turquoise together, and it's really hard to just like chemically and like physically like isolate both of them. And I really think like my design school really like taught me a lot about this. It was like really long ago that like when you isolate layers, like you kind of understand it. So and then when you pick
Hmm.
it together, like it just becomes like magic. And I was like screaming in my studio, and then like my assistant was like, "Oh my God!" We were like jumping up and down. And Lakeisha was like, "Well, I don't know," and I'm like, "Well, honey, celebrate because there's nothing out there." So I think that this is like definitely the one that you should absolutely try on your finger because it's stunning.
Yeah, I have a feeling this
And
is my
hearing
vacation colors.
and I appreciate the backstory behind, the creation of polish because for some reason in my brain, I just think that, oh, it's easy to make a nail polish, do it this way, and it's there, but you have to think about, things coming together and
I
color.
really appreciate that more after working with you on the fan collection. I mean, I thought I understood it before, but just the communication of what we can do, what we can't do, how this works. It's now when I see the colors, I'm like, wow, that was, to get that and take the vision and turn it into that. That's why I'm dying and can't wait to see Nancy's color from
Oh my God,
the.
Right.
oh, they're so awesome. I mean, I
I'm
cannot
excited.
even tell you. Nancy's, she's gonna die. I mean, she's
I just
gonna die.
from her inspiration and speaking to her because she's part of our old school rebel clique. We're not a clique where we talk. Just seeing that come to light, I'm most excited for that.
Yeah, she's gonna like freak out because I kind of like freaked out too. And that was like the first color I mixed. But going back to the coral and turquoise, that mood board, the Lakeisha's mood board for refined and polished, that is the same kind of mood board that Reed from Nails Unknown did. Because she wanted turquoise and coral as well. And I just couldn't do it. I mean, that's why I did like orange with like periwinkle, which she liked because I was like, give me another option because the blue, density of blue, if you put any blue shimmer or glitter or whatever, it bleeds and it becomes like musky orange, which is like nasty. So, and it's not even like gray footpath, like gorgeous like mustard yellow. It's like, oh, what happened? Like something went wrong. So it's like it's been my thing. Like it was like to-do list, and then when I saw Lakeisha, so I was like, no, not again. But then we did it. It was like it was a big challenge moment, but we did it, so that's good. So it's Makeup Withdrawal from Mimi. It's Morning Light from Yuki Loves, and her YouTube channel is like so amazing. Did you see her review about like she was like really emotional with like she was like
Yeah,
I mean
I
The
know.
story behind
Ugh. It's so much
the
more than
story
that.
behind Mona really, 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 really like interesting and like really emotional. And I can see why it's emotional for her because it's her dad, it's the painting, and all that stuff. So for her to just share that with us and us to be able to get this gorgeous polish out of it, I'm so appreciative of that. And you were able to like make that whole vision come, to life.
yeah, and
Um,
it was you could tell it was like so much love in a bottle. Like she didn't settle. She knew exactly what she wanted. She didn't want to name after her blog like everyone else. So she's just like morning light. That's what I want. So it was really, really just touching for me, and I thank her so much for being part of like for me to be a little bit part of that. I think it's really amazing.
Yeah, it is.
so so G, I have a question for you.
Hmm.
So the last blogger collection, we had got a color from you called Accidental Interloper. So why didn't we get a color from you this time around? What happened?
I just liked the way, I mean, yes, there was a lot of like blues and stuff, and like, I just didn't, just this group, I just didn't feel like it was necessary because it had like a really cohesive like group that I didn't want to like mess it up, you know what I mean? Like, and also, when I was doing Interloper, it was like pants like we need pewter silver, but I want to do Liberty, but I'm just like letting you know. And I'm like, oh yeah, we need pewter silver, so okay. You know what I mean?
Subtle hint.
So
Subtle
like,
hint.
what?
A subtle hint. She was just dropping a little.
Oh no, she was just like kind of
Yeah.
like pushed me off the like wall, like we need pewter. I was like, okay, we need pewter, got it. So Pam, I have to thank Pam for that because Pam really just be like, I want Liberty, like I need mint, but like where's the pewter, not silver, but like really like your signature pewter, like dirtying it up. So that was that.
So I'm gonna say I don't think you could have messed it up if you tried to do something, but this collection is. I was like every box that I opened, I just like I got more and more excited. I should start making like reaction videos when I'm
I would watch that.
I think you
I would
should,
when I'm opening
yeah.
rescue beginning polishes because every box that I opened, it was getting better and better, and I couldn't even deal. Like I just could
I've
not.
already
I
told you
couldn't
I want you to have your own
do it.
channel, and I want you to like. I'll send you topics that I want you to talk about, just because.
Like what? Like
I thought about it.
pick a topic. Like what?
I've done videos in the past, like like little silly videos, but maybe I should start it up again.
But I like that you don't filter because Kabir and I and Jen we'll talk about books sometime, and he just doesn't sugarcoat it. He'll give you a review that you wish you read in New York Times or what, because he will give you the good, the bad, the ugly, and it's. And your delivery, I got to admit, I love to see you talk, and you're just vested in everything, and I love that. I love that. I deal with so
Sarah,
many deadpan people all the time. You own every bit of your emotions, and I love it. I want Ben to be like
and
that. He's gonna meet you, and you're gonna teach him let it all out.
I appreciate the words. First of all, I don't think that I don't listen. Like I listen to every little suggestion, and I've been about the like whole videos and all that stuff. I used to do like little like YouTube videos and stuff like that. And I've been thinking about doing it again. It's just my mind has been elsewhere. It seems like I never have enough time in the day to do everything that I would like to do. I just need to stay focused. That's all. It's a matter of focus.
I think that's rough. There's never ever gonna be enough time in the day. It never happens. But no, I appreciate your passion about everything. I love it. You just own it all, and I think more people should be like that.
Khabeer, I think you should start your channel with, like baking your cake because that's like a very good, like someone should just like videotape you while you're baking. You can talk about your books.
I have a whole process around baking, and because first of all, baking is relaxing to me. I love it, but I have I have a entire process. I don't think it's fun, but it relaxes me. But I would
Why
love to
can't
do
we see
that.
that process? I love it. I want to see the process.
I'll do it.
Khabeer, you're kind of cutting off. We can't really hear you. I know he's at his sister's, and the Wi-Fi connection is terrible there.
Say that again, G. I think you're breaking up on my end. What'd you say?
Oh, she was just saying that you were breaking up a little.
Oh, my connection here is like really terrible, and I was trying to like not connect to the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi here is even worse. So, am I still breaking up?
No, you're good. You're good.
You're good.
Okay, because I think I have to like maybe like go outside because as soon as I step inside this house, my connection goes down the drain.
Okay, it's cool. So, Sarah, it was really funny when you logged in. You're like, all these Helmers are like just like, what a view of Helmers. So
It is beautiful. I like the way you've switched up your drawers too, because I have the red and the white, and I'm like, that just looks better. See, you're just better. Design is just better.
Yeah.
it's really accidental. I didn't like plan it this way. We like switch drawers all the time, and then like once like my assistant switched it, and I was like, oh, leave it. I love it. Like,
I do. I love it.
by the way, you guys, remember my assistant Jenny?
Yeah.
She got into med school.
Oh, fantastic.
Congrats! Yay! Congratulations!
Really, I mean, we were sobbing on the phone. It was so ridiculous, but it's been like really, really amazing. And I'm actually graduating my school on the 17th of July.
Excellent.
In advance that if I'm not around, and I know I haven't been really active on FaceTime and all this because, it's really hard. I mean, Sarah and I were talking about it. It's like,
I get it.
kind of wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
I lost friends while I was in school because I couldn't be there all the time, and I'm like, if you didn't understand it, then oh well. But yeah, you can't.
Well, I'm also running a business, but also I'm not as connected as I used to be. But I think people kind of like it that way. I'm not sure, but I try to do like sneak in like a little thing in class while we're doing the blogger collection unveiling. But we had a massive amount of orders. Just because I'm not in school doesn't mean like I have extra assistants who's been working, and it's summer vacation, so they've been working nonstop, and so we're packing. I'm just not involved in the packing party per se, but they're like working really hard. Like Danielle's here, she's packing today.
Well, I'm sure they're working overtime because this collection was insane.
Yeah, and we're going to pack a little longer. So public opening will be like July 6th, I want to say, around there. Sarah, I hope you get your stuff soon because we are packing. It should be done but there's 4th of July next week, so it's just like a little bit. So we're just going to make it in July 6th to be available for the public. So what's going on? Like, what are you guys loving lately?
Well, I'm loving that the Supreme Court.
You want to go first, Sarah?
That I love that the tides of politics are finally it's not even about politics, it's just about America finally starting to get some stuff right. I'm loving that. And what else were we talking? We were talking about books. I love that school's out. I mean, now we have Olivia starting high school next year, Sydney going into 8th grade, and Ben's just everywhere. I love watching the transition. I mean, Sydney's always been my little nail polish girl, but Olivia has all of a sudden turned into a teenager and a girl where she's asking, hey, can I borrow a necklace? Or does this look all right? Let's go shopping for clothes. And all of, I like watching their transformation into the young ladies that they're becoming. And I feel like they're coming of an age in a time where the world's getting, there's a lot of bad, but they can be who they are, and people are so much more accepting than they were 10 years, 15 years ago. I think it's a good time for them to be them, and I'm not in school, so I'm present to actually enjoy it and watch it and see it and participate, and I love that.
That's amazing.
And I was just actually yesterday, because I'm always with my nieces and nephews, and they're 4, and I was just telling them, you remember a time when gay marriage wasn't legal or wasn't the thing. So they were just looking at me like I was crazy because they're 4, but I was just like, this is such a monumental thing, and y'all like this young.
And as we said before, I thought it was really like first week. One of the teachers said, "Oh my God, I just got out of NPR and they just announced, like they passed the bill." Everyone started screaming, like, we were like, "Yes, yes," And then it was me being me. I was like, "Oh, so you guys have nothing to bitch about now? Like, you're gonna be so bored. You're gonna be like the rest of the housewives. You're gonna get fat. You're gonna be just like the rest of us." And
wait, what's the complaint? Oh, you're cutting.
With like the community and like issues and friends and all that.
Sarah, what were you saying? What?
He was cutting out.
Oh.
And
I can't hear you. What were you saying? Hello?
Khabeer?
Marriage
Okay, we can't hear you. So I wish I could have understood what he said. It seems like something that was kind of important for me to hear. But so what were you guys talking about the books?
Oh, I was just we were talking about what we were reading, because he reads several books at a time. I'm getting ready to make my vacation stack of books, and we were talking about, having something that's really thought-provoking, but having just some total trash junk to read too, or just, just how much is out there that I was talking about, turning my mind off and just reading something totally mindless. But I always get great ideas because he's got so many books going, and we were talking about he's starting to read some of the Stephen King that I haven't read in years, but there's some of his newer ones are supposed to be really interesting, take you back to like The Stand and some of the ones that I used to love. So I was making my list of beach reads based on the 8 or 9 books he's reading right now.
I know. I don't know how he does that. That's why he doesn't have time to do his videos, because
he's reading and cooking and baking and then having so much fun when he goes out at night and says he has the late nights. And I'm like, yeah, I had a late night too. I went to bed at 11.
Oh, mine's 10:30.
Yeah. But I'm not really 29 anymore, so yeah, I need my sleep. You know what I have gotten into that I've always dabbled in different types of skincare, and it's not that I use exclusively Asian products, but I've started following the whole routine as far as all the steps and the double washing and kind of basically using the products that I like, but really spending more time instead of just whipping my makeup off and getting ready and going to bed. My skin's the best that it's been since I was in high school.
Wow, what products were you using?
Well, I use the SK2, the Essence, and some of but I've been washing with an oil and then washing, exfoliating less than I was before. But, I mean, I do use Retin-A, but layering more, using the essences and the serums, using moisturizer even when I felt like I didn't need, because I tend to be oilier, and I was like, oh, I don't need so much. But I found that by taking better care of it, and I've been doing a couple sheet masks a week, that just, I've seen such a difference in the clarity of my skin and just the hydration, just plumped up. And I mean, not that it makes me look, like crazy young, but it's but it's just it's better. Like, I don't have the congestion, I don't have some of the issues. I think I was probably over exfoliating and being too aggressive, and my skin's like happy.
Yeah, I always feel like less is more. I feel like I wrecked my skin. I did too much in my 20s. I still have like scars from like dermabrasions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did all of that.
Well, I did all of that too, so I don't know, like, now I'm just like, it's okay, I'm fine with it.
Be nice to it, and yeah, that's just reading about some of the other different products and just the way, instead of constantly bleaching and peeling, and just hydrate, just wash, get everything off. And
yeah, it's like same thing as nail polish. Like, I know people love taking it off, taking it back, taking it off, like changing the color every 2 days and stuff. But like sometimes you just kind of like step back and take a break, you know? Like I get that, you know, just take a break from color and like let your nails rest.
I actually had to give your book to a friend of mine because she's been, I mean, the whole conversation about the nail salons and everything that we've been talking, I mean, we've got tons of them here. We're in a very touristy market, but, you know, you get a $20 gel manicure, you know, and they're drilling it off your nails and they're wrecking it. And she was complaining about how she stopped getting her gels, but her nails were peeling so thin she couldn't even keep polish on. I said, you know, because I bought your book when you still had the lounge in New York City when I was up there for work, and I got a manicure, I got your book, I got some polish, and I was hooked. But I gave her the book. I was like, read this, because she's like, I can't do my own nails. I said, I've been doing my nails for years now, and I've gotten to where I hardly have to clean anything up. But my cuticles are good. Everything's good. My nails are healthy. They're strong, and you can do it all. Just read this, and this is how you got to rehab them. You got all that coconut oil in your pantry? Stick your fingers in it. I mean, just rescue your nails. So she actually has appropriated my book, and I should get another one because I don't know that I'm going to see it again. But I think I have it memorized.
That's great. Yeah, it's been really disturbing how forgetful everyone is from the nail salon scandals in New York City. No one's really talking about it, which is really sad, I think, because there's a chance to change it, and I think that it's up to the people. Like, I think the consumer really wants it to be $9.99 manicure. There's no way this 2015 that you could actually value that kind of.
But it's the same. I mean, they think about it. Think about the difference between couture and fast fashion. You're not going to get. You can get a look. It might look good on the surface, but is it going to hold up? I mean, if you get it out and I mean, I buy the girls' stuff at Forever 21 and everything like that, and you know what? 3 washes, it's gone. Of course, I'm not buying them high-end stuff right now, but that's the same principle applies to anything. You know, that $9.99 might be great. But is the long-term damage and the upkeep, or it's going to last 2 days, is it worth it? You got to do it again 2 days later if you really want it to keep it looking that way, or when you get a staph infection from your finger, which I know somebody who did. Really? Because they're soaking their tools in Windex, not barbicide. Just, no. One of my very dear friends is a spa director with Ritz-Carlton, and she started as an esthetician, nail tech, working your way through salons here in Orlando, and she's like, yeah, you know what? No, working that way for like a month said to her, no, I will go, you know, she started working at now she lives in Nevis now, which sucks. But you see it everywhere, and it's terrible.
What also
you can't be anywhere without an autoclave.
Well, I mean, especially when you know, in reality, like $19.99 gel manicure, like hello, red alert, like figure it out. Like, what do you really get for $19.99? Especially so much time for like an hour. I mean, really, like figure that out, and then like be mindful. Like I think that's a key word. Like we should all be mindful of things that we consume. Like, I mean, I think the biggest part of it was like. People ask me, like, why do you produce everything locally? Because I believe in it. I mean, I've had, like, you know, when I had my lounges, I had shopping bags printed in China. Because, it's true, no one really prints shopping bags in the U.S. because it's really expensive. Was it great? No. Quality sucks. Like, you know, they had to redo it 3 times. And I learned a really big lesson then that it's not worth it. I don't really need a shopping bag this badly for me to... really just like put it in a shipping container and blah blah blah. It's like no, I mean I rather support my people locally. Like our nail polish gets produced in New Jersey. You know, my trucking company's from like Long Island. Like we all like this is what business is all about. Like locally being connected. And I think that it's really important for people to understand that. Like how if something is made in the USA, it's a lot more money than was made in China. So it relates the same thing as, nail polish or nail salons or anything that we
Any kind of consumerism, any kind. Anything you consume, whether you're putting it in your body, on your body, in your home, think about what you're doing.
Absolutely. So, Kabir, now that I could hear you, what were you saying about gay marriage? You were talking to your nephew that.
I was saying that, gay marriage, that hurdle is done and over with, and I couldn't be more happier. But there's like other things, within like the trans community and trans rights that, need to be addressed and worked on and things like that. Just because gay marriage is when done with, there's other things that need to be fought for also.
Oh, so I get it. So you guys are not going to be born, is what you're saying. You're just plowing away. I get it. I get it. I know Caitlyn Jenner. I mean, who knew, right? Like it's
Hello.
even like
Hello.
fact that.
I'm just more. Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh, I was just saying I'm just more excited about whoever. It took 65 years, but I'm just happy that she's able to live her truth and tell her story and finally come out and just be herself. That's what made me more happy and excited about the whole thing.
but I want to add something to that, and I know this is like we're discussing this because we know each other for a long time, and I think what Bruce and Caitlyn they did was great because he did it later in his life and it became she because this is like all he ever wanted to become her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
When I read articles like 16-year-old girl having surgery to go to the other side, I just feel like it's way too young. I mean, shouldn't you, okay, I understand you really want to be a boy, but you're 16. Like, I know that when I was 16, I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? So I just feel like there's got to be some kind of a period. I wish I knew what that period and how old you should be, but I think parents making a decision for a 16-year-old, I just feel like that's way too young.
I can see your point, but I also know from experience, knowing people who, all their life, not just from 16, like their entire life, ever since they could remember, ever since they could even process anything, that they felt differently. They felt different, whether it be a young boy growing up knowing that he didn't feel comfortable or knowing that he wanted to be something else. So to me, sometimes 16 is a long time because they knew this entire time, they had this constant fight and struggle with, being themselves. That sometimes, for me, I've seen it, it's a case-by-case thing. It's a person-by-person thing. But I've seen people who were completely and utterly ready at 16 to take that level and to do, transition.
Right, I didn't know that. I mean, thanks for clarifying. That's why I wanted to put my point because I had no idea that. I understand it, and I now completely have a different view on it. Right.
So, I mean, some people, and honestly, some people don't even realize it until a little later, but I've known people who all of their life, it's been this, living in the wrong body, and not being comfortable in the the sex that they were assigned at birth. So I think it's a case by case, person by person thing.
True. I get that. Your nails look amazing, by the way. I just noticed.
I'm so jealous because I'm back to
makeup looks raw.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
And this light,
Incredible.
it looks different in multiple different lights. Like in this light, it looks really dark and like vampy and purple. But as soon as I step outside, it's like this purplish, bluish, sparkly.
indigo blue, fuchsia flash. It's like it's beautiful.
It's genius.
That was a good one. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knew like how many variation of blues you could make in my lifetime? I don't know. Apparently,
A lot. I don't think you're totally done yet either.
She's not done at all. There's going to be a couple more.
I'm sure. So what do you guys? Oh, Khabeer, what are you wearing tomorrow for the Pride?
Okay, so I'm wearing a crop top. It's a black and white striped crop top. It just stops like right below my chest. All my stomach is going to be out. And then I'm wearing like my black skinnies, a little belt, and like my I have these black and white like pixelized wing sneakers by Jeremy Scott.
Nice, nice, nice. And what are you doing this weekend, Sarah?
We actually are blissfully unscheduled, so we're just going to do whatever we want. We really have nothing that we have to do. Sydney's birthday was the other day. She's doing all like pool. She's 13 now, so pool party with her friends. She doesn't want us around at all. So we're like, we can do whatever we want. We went to dinner last night. We went swimming this morning with the baby and just relaxing.
So jealous. So jealous. I am going to. We have 101 on Monday for my final portfolio, so I am going to go resource paper after this. I love paper, so resource paper after this, and then I have to work on my final project, which one I'm going to pick and go through and stuff. So it's going to be a lot of work this weekend, and my husband's away for business, so it's like, okay, I'm just going to take a big nap because I'm really tired, and then just like keep working.
But it's the culmination of a lot of hard work, and you're getting there. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that email that you guys saw, that like a big square pattern, that, did you see the emailer for Bloggers Collection?
Yes.
I did.
Really? See?
Look at you, see?
Evolution. You're evolving.
Yeah, I did that, and it was like, even my web person was like, I love this. I'm like, thanks.
Very cool.
No, it's pretty cool, you know, and I think, you know, all my schoolmates are like, what are you going to do after this? I'm like, I'm going to apply this to my business. Like,
your options are limitless. You've always had it in you. I mean, your movies that you did with, well, first just the stories of your mood boards with, you know, the collection that we can't name, and the movies and the Paris movie and all of that. It's just yeah, you had it all, and your options are pretty limitless for where you can take this.
Yeah, I think so. I'm really looking forward to it. But also I want to like have a different channel of like not just nail polish, but like maybe go somewhere else to like a different venue that will like kind of mush together in our community. I don't know. But I realize I love like typography. I'm so in love with it, and just like typesetting in general. And the coolest thing ever, we learned how to do e-publish a magazine. So it's pretty cool. Like I'm like, wow, I know how to do that now, an iPad. So
I'm feeling something very interesting coming down the road.
And I think that I'm going to start with like laying out an emailing list, and really like that's a really huge market. So we'll see. But
I'm excited for it. Hey, I'm excited for the next chapter. New collections, next chapter, all of it. I'm excited.
Yeah, and I think I teased Khabeer about this like last mail talk. So the fan collection 3.0 is coming out, and then at the end of this year, I think fan collection will be like August, September, and then end of like October, November, we have another collection coming that's going to be really good.
Yeah, see, those always come around my birthday, the holidays, and I get very excited about that too. So
Awesome.
Exciting! I can't wait to see what's up next.
I know the fan collection is going to be huge, huge.
Cannot wait.
Thank you guys.
I cannot wait for the fan collection.
What did you say, Khabeer?
I was saying I can't wait for the new fan collection.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome, and I think that it's gonna be like a big blowout. Any questions for me, guys? Before we go?
No, just don't stop making polish, ever.
Yes, please.
Ever. And you're not done with blues, no matter what you think.
Cool.
No more. Yeah, you're not done with blues. You're never done with blues. You can never have enough blue. I want another green, another good, really good green.
I can see that. I can see like a very lush green.
And I think, you know, I know how traumatic they are. Not traumatic, but there needs to be another fan collection because I know a certain somebody who's on this call that has ideas that we have just not quite been able to push him over the edge because he's overscheduled. But I've told him this time, no matter what.
I'm going to submit. If there's another fan collection, I'm going to submit.
But you always submit. I mean.
I didn't submit last time.
But you didn't? I did not know you were purple.
My dream color is a yellow, but I can't even. I'm not going to ruin it. I want to submit it. I'm not going to say what it is because it's not just a plain yellow, but it's a yellow.
Ooh.
Yellow is a very difficult color, and yellow needs more love.
Actually, I'm actually looking into yellow for our next collection, but we'll see what happens. Khabeer?
We'll see what happens.
Okay. Love you both. I gotta run. Thank you so much again, and let's do this soon, Sarah. Sarah?
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Regular thing with 3 of us. That'll be really fun, and thank you, people. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye, love you.
Bye.